Rolling. I know. You missed this last week. Well, I was down for the count. I was feeling fatigued on Wednesday night, and I just couldn't make it happen Thursday, and that's how out of it I was. I ran myself to the ground. 5-6 hours of sleep eventually catches up to you. So we're catching up with you, the loyal viewers of Live with Mike and Jim, with a later on edition, and we'll do another bonus edition as well later on in the week. But we got a good one for you tonight. Health and fitness has really grown over the years. You know, back in the day, all we had was the YMCA. Now we have 13, 14 different places in the area to choose if you want to maintain your health and fitness. If you count the CrossFit boxes and the training studios and the gyms and everything else, you know, you got Riverside, Planet Fitness, you got all kinds of places around. There's options around here now. Well, another option is Genesis Martial Arts and Fitness. You can come here, you can drop your kids off to a martial arts class, and you can get a workout in yourself. We're going to give you a tour of the place and show you what Doug has here to offer, but take it away, Jim, and then I'll have another word and we'll bring him on in.
Well, I'm just glad to see Mike. I can't have a co-host down and out.
And he wouldn't do the show without me either. I said, go ahead and do the show by yourself. I don't mind if you just do it by yourself. And he says, no. It's not Live with Mike and Jim. Without Mike, I'll wait for you. And here he is, working some overtime on a Tuesday night to make this happen. So props to Jim Kuckie.
Well, thanks. And now this is why you could see why I wouldn't want to do this stream all by myself. And I'm out of town come this Wednesday, so we're going to pick up and we're going to do another one for you tomorrow. We got one on the docket, so tune in for a Live with Mike and Jim tomorrow. So, hey, without further ado, because the tour of this place is going to be awesome. We're here at Genesis. We're going to bring the owner out here to give you all the details. If you guys are just joining the live stream, make sure you share this stream. We're going to give a special offer for anybody that shares the stream or sees the stream. You get 1 week free trial here at Genesis Martial Arts and Fitness.
That's a good deal. And, you know, like I was saying, you have many options here, and everybody has their own special niche. And Doug Keast is doing something here that nobody else in town is doing. He's a true entrepreneur. He owns Keast Electric during the day, and then Genesis Martial Arts and Fitness at night. He's got 2 businesses he's running, so we're going to talk all about it right here, right now. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, welcome to the show for the first time, Douglas Keast. Come on in, Doug. Come on in.
Man,
Good to see you.
Warm and welcome.
I like this nighttime hour. I like this nighttime. My camera might be backwards, but just take note of that. But anyway, do you want to start things off this week?
Yeah, for sure. Well, first off, for the viewers that are out there, if you guys are just joining the live stream, we're here with Douglas Keast, the owner of Genesis Mixed Martial Arts and Fitness. Where can people find you?
We're at 250 South Kinsey in Bradley. We are directly next door to Boost Mobile. So we're a big gray building on Route 50.
Heck
You can't miss us.
Place looks awesome in here. You're going to get a tour of this place after we get through here as well. So let's just dive right into it.
Yeah,
you know, what makes someone interested in Genesis Mixed Martial Arts or Fitness?
Well, we do a lot of different things. We tried when we opened. We tried not to pigeonhole ourselves. And it's not just mixed martial arts because we understand that not everybody is sport oriented. Not nobody, but most people don't want to go in and get into a sport where they could potentially get punched in the face.
It's a bit intimidating.
It is. But there are people out there. But just because they take martial arts doesn't necessarily mean that they want to get hit or they're trying to get hit. We have Muay Thai kickboxing, which is the national sport of Thailand. Punches, kicks, elbows, and knees.
Yeah.
We also have Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which it's like wrestling, except you work for chokes and joint locks and such.
Okay.
It is not it's not strict Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because I do teach some sambo and some catch wrestling and high school wrestling, things of that nature. So it's kind of a meld. Just wear, athletic clothing. I don't require that you put the gi on. It's strictly what we call a no gi or a submission grappling type class. We have boxing.
Good.
We have fitness classes. We have a cardio kickboxing class, and we have a strength and conditioning class.
Man, that's what it was down to me. All the different things.
Yeah, got all those options. A lot of variety here.
We also do professional wrestling.
And pro wrestling. That's taking place right now, actually. We'll get a glimpse of that. There's a big show this coming Friday night in Monee. Check it out, Southland Championship Wrestling on Facebook. Well, let's talk about your background and how you got to the point you are in now. How old were you when you started martial arts, and who were your mentors growing up to this point?
When I first started martial arts, my desire to do martial arts was when I was young, 8 or 9 years old. But my parents didn't allow it. They just didn't want me to do it.
My parents don't want you to.
So
I
was hurt in the house.
Yeah, they just didn't want me to learn because they thought it was about fighting.
Yeah.
So it wasn't until I went away to college that I was able to find a place that I could train without my parents saying, "Oh no, you can't do it." I was an adult at the time. And I trained Muay Thai and a little bit of Jeet Kune Do. It was about a year and a half. 2 different instructors. I was down in Bloomington and I trained with a guy there. And when I came back, there was a gentleman that was teaching at Gold's Gym at the time, and I trained with him, Joe Wojtyla.
Yeah, I remember that.
I've been training with Joe, since like 1993, 94.
Right. Yeah, they brought him in as a special guest when they opened. I remember that back in the day.
You can tell Doug's not a rookie here.
No.
So I had my first fight in 1994. I fought, at the time it was considered consistently because I fought about 12 times between 94 and 2001.
Yeah.
And then, then I got married, had a kid, priorities changed, and I kind of stepped away from it.
Yeah.
In 2007, I was approached about starting a program again, and we started a program, and I started training fighters at that point.
Okay.
I've been training fighters since 2007, consistently.
Okay, good. So when did you get this location here? What year did this
We opened up February 1st of 2016.
Okay.
So we've been here just over 2 years.
Yeah.
We started off and we had a couple of classes, and we tried to build slowly because we didn't want to overpower ourselves or overwhelm ourselves. And then the more interest we got, the more classes we had.
Okay, so you were training fighters for 9 years before you opened up your own place.
Correct.
What made you decide to open up your own place?
Well, we got to the point where we outgrew our location at the time.
Yeah.
Our hours are better now because we can set our own hours.
Yeah.
We didn't get to train except at night. And I was lucky to get home by 11.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And working
Kind of
during
forced
the day.
into it almost, it sounds like.
Well, I was working during the day, and then I would get a couple hours off, and then I'd go in and I'd teach, train, and I would leave and get home about 11, and of course, I can't sleep when I get home. I have to wind down, so I'm up till midnight.
Yeah, me too. I'm the same way, man.
And then, then I get, I'm in bed by midnight, 1 o'clock.
Midnight, 1 o'clock sounds familiar.
I'm up at, 5:30, 6 o'clock.
At 5:30, 6 o'clock sounds familiar.
So,
yeah, that's why I was ran into the ground last week. You got to get that sleep, man. I'll take it away, John. I got another question, but I'll let you go first. I don't want to take all.
Well, so it's an interesting story, right? And if you guys are just joining the live stream, we appreciate you jumping on. If you got questions here for Douglas Keast, the owner here at Genesis Mixed Martial Arts and Fitness, please put them down there. So it sounds like you're kind of forced into getting into your own place, which is a good way to be, right? It's like a good forced into. How did you handle on taking the big decision and taking on the responsibility of creating your own space versus working in someone else's space?
Well,
good questions. You always nail those questions.
Yeah, it's one it's a big scary thing.
Good. It is scary.
My wife and I sat down and we started to discuss. We weighed our options because one option was just to stop, just because it wasn't worth it. If
You don't seem like the type of guy that's usually an option to just stop something.
The other option was to find a place and open it up and see where we live. And we looked around at some places, and this was the best place, and never looked back.
Okay.
I do got a quick follow-up question with that, because that's a hard thing to do. It's like take the risk on and opening this. Now you do have another business. I know we mentioned just a little bit life of an entrepreneur. How did you take on the financial risk? I guess not take on, but how do you deal with those decisions? Were you already in business for a long time with another business venture? Or?
The other business my father started, my brother and I run it, and we've been around since 1990.
Oh, wow.
So it's an established business. I'm not always busy with it, but there are times that I'm working a full 40 hours a week or more.
Yeah.
Sometimes, luckily, since I've opened this, I haven't had to, but I have worked out of town, like where I'd have to go stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I mean, it's enough to pay my way, and then anything extra has to go into here. And of course, the first 2, 3, 4 years is really difficult because we had to purchase all our mats.
Yeah.
We had to purchase all our equipment, and we had to purchase all the counters and the desks and the cooler and all the.
See how it was built out back there. There's a lot to it.
We spent a decent chunk of change to do so.
Yeah.
So the first couple of years, we didn't expect to make a profit. And it turns out that we don't, because we keep whatever we make, we turn around and put in, and then here's a little bit more. And
He puts it back into his business.
Yeah, it's growing here. You'll definitely see
That's
it.
why it's growing.
Yeah, you'll see the tour of this place. It was crazy to walk behind this door and see what opens up to what's actually
You didn't really know what
happening
was back there. You don't see it from the road. But back here, man, it's all a whole different world.
Yeah.
Let's talk about a hot topic. I read about something on Facebook the other day. Bullying. Bullying's big topic. And somebody was on there talking about other kids getting bullied. And I came out and said, you know what? Take your kid to Genesis, martial arts and fitness. They got boxing lessons, all that stuff. I know the answer is not fighting, but if a kid is getting bullied at school, it's not bad to learn how to fight, but you don't want to start a fight either. So how do you handle kids who are getting bullied who might come to you for some assistance?
Well, first off, I want to thank you for when you hear about that you recommend us. In my opinion, bullying, it starts because of lack of confidence. If you make yourself a target, if you walk with your head down,
That's interesting.
you become a target.
Okay. So look confident.
And that goes from little kids to adults.
Yeah.
If you're walking down the street and you don't look up from your phone, and you've got blinders on and you don't pay attention.
Yeah.
Somebody who means to you,
you got
a target on your back. So you need to not only be aware of your surroundings.
That chest up, man.
Be aware of
think about it right now.
Be aware of your surroundings. Be confident. Bullies, criminals look for easy targets. So if you put out the perception that you're not an easy target, they're going to go, I'm going to try that person.
Somebody an easier target. Okay.
So the first thing that I do with kids is I try to make them feel good about themselves. They have to realize that they are worth whatever, they're worth more than they can imagine.
Yeah.
And then we give them some techniques which will then make them feel better about themselves, and then it starts to snowball. And once they understand that they have worth that they can't imagine, they can stand up tall. And somebody says something stupid to them, try to bully them, and they can go, who are you?
Yeah.
Really, what? Now you've got, not only do you have confidence, but you've learned some skills, so if it happens to go to that physical level, which we hope it doesn't, it's always better to walk away.
Yeah.
But if it goes to that physical level, you are in a situation where you can handle yourself.
Yeah, it's more not as much about fighting as it is really like keeping your composure and being able to protect yourself.
Before I started training, I was in more fights than I was after I started training. And that includes the organized fights.
Yeah.
Because I didn't feel that I had to prove anything.
Yeah.
If somebody came at me sideways, okay, whatever.
What kind of things did you fight about before you started organized fighting?
Stupid stuff.
Just whatever. But you never had a problem fighting fights here and there. You don't strike me as the kind of guy that would.
I didn't go out and look for fights.
Yeah, but they found you.
So
well, that's part of the reason why you wanted to get into it in the first place. Yeah.
Well, I wanted to get into it when I was younger. Not like consistently, but I had a couple of issues where I had been bullied.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that. So I thought, well, I'm going to do something about it. I tried lifting weights. Didn't really work. Okay? I played football.
Yeah.
I tried to be as friendly as I could to all the different people, all the different kinds of people.
Yeah.
And occasionally, it still happened.
Yeah.
So even though I had friends, I was relatively athletic. My biggest strength was the fact that I could think and I would think my way out of situations.
Okay. Yeah, he's so easy to get along with. I couldn't imagine anybody wanting to fight this guy. So it surprises me that he said he was in more fights before he even started training in organized fighting. You have anything else before we take the tour?
No, I think the tour will be good. If you guys just joined us for the live stream, make sure you share this, especially if you know somebody that is a victim of bullying or you see this happening around. This place is a great place for your kids to come in. You can come in, get your free week trial if you share this stream. Let's check this place out.
Yeah, and if your kids, if they're not confident, just tell them to look like they're confident. If they're nervous, just tell them to look like they're nervous. Just walk through the hallway with their head up high.
Yeah,
if they look more confident, they're less likely to get bullied. And if they're still getting bullied, bring them to Genesis Martial Arts so you can teach them how to throw a right hook and a right cross. We're
gonna get loud.
So 2 businesses, true entrepreneur, Keast Electric. You've been here. You got 2 businesses going. You're working around the clock. I couldn't imagine you sleeping much. You don't get days off. You're probably working 7 days a week. What kind of words of wisdom do you have for anybody out there who wants to start their own business and run it successfully?
Do your research. Figure out what you're getting into.
Okay.
I had other people that I talked with and said, hey, what can I expect? What am I? Don't just jump in.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what you're doing, whether it's jumping into business or coming into class. Don't just jump in with both feet.
Yeah.
Ease yourself into it, because otherwise you're going to get hurt. If you're lifting weights and you try to bench your max the whole time, you're going to be sore and you're not going to come back for a month.
Tear something.
Yeah, so ease your way into it. Make sure that you understand the risks and rewards.
Yeah.
And then you can.
So start small, keep on growing. Because you didn't have all this stuff when you go first. You just added bits and pieces as you went. You always grow. You're continuing to grow.
I had some equipment because I've been doing it for 20 years. So I had some gloves and some pads and some bags. But then we were fully stocked pro shop, so we've got all the gloves and shin guards, mouthpieces, shirts. The drinks and Cliff bars. And, we've got
upgraded to an infrared sauna, I heard.
Yes, we have a sauna.
Yep. We got a 3-person sauna. So let's get this tour out of the way then and see what's going on. You can give us a little tour if you want.
Good words of wisdom.
Yep, good words of wisdom there. So take this off. We've got some pro wrestling action taking place. Here's the pro shop.
Give a shout out to our camera guy Dave Sadler helping us out.
Glad you shared it.
Oh, thanks, Meg.
Say about this out here. Let's go to the gym first.
We'll get with tour guy Mike.
Here's the treadmills. They got enough here to get it done. It's never going to be too extremely busy here. But you can drop your kids off. You can drop your kids off over here to fight or to do the martial arts. Take a look at that in a second. Then you can get your workout in as they're working out. We got 3 treadmills. We got 2 lift poles.
All right, we're going to get a little away from Mike. You may not be able to hear him. It is loud in here. Take a look at some of the equipment they have on the upper deck here.
You got an arm curl, you got a press down, you got a concept 2 rower.
There you go, Mike Neumann.
This is what you guys want right here is a rower for the gym. I know, I'm on it. And you got a leg press here. So you can get your own workout in here.
All right, let's catch back up with Mike here. Tour guy Mike Neumann. Check out the big open match that you're going to see here. So what do you call this area we're looking down here at, Doug? What do you call that?
The wrestling mats, that's our main workout area. We do most of the classes there, although we do have some overflow on the red and blue mats. So our Thai classes, our jiu-jitsu classes, our conditioning classes are over there, the cardio kickboxing. We have a morning kickboxing class at 9 a.m. or 9:30 a.m. that happens there. We also use that mat for boxing class for the overflow. So
awesome.
Okay, so you got plenty of classes. What are your most popular classes that people like to attend?
Right now our boxing is really strong.
Yeah.
Parents are bringing their kids in to do boxing. It's one of the more what's the word I'm looking for? It's intuitive. It's a very intuitive class. If you take a 3-year-old and tell him to punch you, he understands how to ball his fist up and punch you. Yeah. Jiu-jitsu is a little bit more, or a little bit less intuitive. It's a little more difficult because you don't necessarily think. There's alternate thinking that you have to come up with.
Yeah.
So boxing and kickboxing is very intuitive. Everybody knows how to punch. Whether whether they punch correctly or not is another story, but they know what.
Oh wow! Now tell us really quick too. I got a little glimpse of some of these belts up here. Tell us a little bit of what we're looking at up here.
Well, what we're looking at is some of the belts that our fighters have won. The War MMA Classic has been held here in Kankakee. It's also up in Romeoville. We have a Total Fight Challenge. We've got some belts from there. Thai Championships, NAGA, which is a North American Grappling Association. So that's a submission grappling tournament.
And that's this one right here?
Yeah, that one right there. So, you know, we're doing a lot of different things. Actually, we've got people that are fighting in the Golden Gloves. I think it's early March. They just signed up over the weekend, so.
Awesome. And then let's get a close-up here of the ring down here. Mike got close to the ring. We're going to go on down and check out. You guys get real close to what's happening down here on the training floor.
This is Ryan Neese, Special Olympic. He trains at Fit Body U twice a week. He comes to Fit Body U twice a week, and you're swimming twice a week. So how's your swimming times coming along now?
Swimming is going on real well, and I have the times from time trials. Let me see if I can. Here we go. 1 minute and 36 on the 50 freestyle, and somewhere in the 50s for the 25 back.
Wow.
So that was impressive on my part.
Wow.
Yeah,
Even
awesome.
you were there, Mr. Neumann.
I was, and I'm going to be there on March 3rd, and I can't wait. We'll bring it to you on Facebook Live.
And then where were you, Mr. Jim?
No comment, Neeser.
Yeah, I bet you were getting a spa treatment at Spa Remedy.
I can't deny that I wouldn't want to get one of those, but I'm sorry I missed it, man.
Check out Genesis Martial Arts and Fitness on Facebook. What's your website, Doug?
It's GenesisMMA.com.
Genesis.
We also have Go 4 MMA, Go the number 4 MMA, or Go 4 MMA, Go FOR MMA.
Okay, plenty of options here in Keet.
Awesome.
Genesis Martial Arts and Fitness. Check them out.